On a chilly night on the eastern edge of Glasgow, two officers from the Organised Crime and Counter-Terrorism Unit, OCCU, were watching a silver Toyota Yaris parked on Church Street in Baillieston. This routine surveillance was part of Operation Escalade, an ongoing investigation by Police Scotland that had been going on since 2014. The aim was to crack down on the most prominent organized crime group in the country. This group was involved in international drug trafficking, money laundering, and illegal weapons trade, generating over £100 million each year. The breakthrough the investigators had been waiting for was about to unfold. Mark Richardson, a major figure in Scotland's criminal underworld, was about to appear near the silver Yaris. Little did the officers know, this encounter would change their operation dramatically and reveal shocking details. The OCCU officers soon moved in and arrested Richardson, discovering he had the car keys with him. On the keychain was a fob that didn't seem to trigger any alarm. Investigators found out that this fob activated a Bluetooth device hidden in the car's rear light cluster. When they used it, a metal plate on the car lifted up on a hydraulic ram, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside this compartment, officers found a loaded 9mm Glock handgun with Richardson's DNA on it. The compartment was cleverly concealed, making it almost impossible to find during a random stop. Detectives realized they had uncovered something significant. Richardson's arrest set off a chain of events that unraveled a vast criminal network. In the following weeks, officers found several other car keys leading to various locations in the city. One key, labeled Annie, pointed to an industrial unit on Croftside Avenue in South Glasgow. Another key led to Westburn Farm Road in Cambuslang, a logistical hub where the gang modified their fleet of vehicles worth £250,000. By cross-referencing these keys with their addresses, investigators planned their next steps. On February 5, 2017, OCCU raided the lockup on Whittingham Drive in Anniesland, Glasgow. This raid was highly significant. At the Anniesland unit, officers noticed it was rented under a fake name and paid for in cash. Inside, they found a large door secured with two strong padlocks and the rest of the unit filled with old, decaying doors. They used the key labeled Annie to open the padlocks and discovered a jackpot of weapons. They found 11 guns, including Glock pistols, a Kosh submachine gun, and an N75 hand grenade, all neatly packaged and labeled. This weapons cache also provided crucial forensic evidence. DNA from a Beretta found in the unit led to the identification of Robert Allen, a torture victim. Allen was a mid-level drug dealer who owed the gang £30,000. Unable to pay, he fled Scotland but returned to Barnsley, Yorkshire, in March 2015, where the gang quickly found him. David Snell, a high-ranking gang member, and his associates kidnapped Allen, took him to an industrial unit in Full House, Midlothian, and tortured him severely. After being beaten and whipped, Allen was shot and left to die, but survived thanks to the help of passers-by. The Beretta used in the torture had Allen's DNA on it. Almost 2 years later, this gun would help reveal the details of the crime and identify the attackers, thanks to advanced forensic techniques used in Operation Escalade. The Beretta 9000 was one of many weapons recovered from the lockup in Anniesland. The gang had gone to great lengths to clean and conceal their weapons, but forensic experts in Gartcosh, North Lanarkshire, managed to dismantle the gun and uncover microscopic evidence hidden from traditional tests. On March 13, 2017, the dismantled Beretta 9000 was examined thoroughly, leading to the discovery of Allen's DNA on small blood samples. This breakthrough led to an arrest warrant for David Snell and his associates. Nearly a year after the crime, Snell was arrested for his role in Allen's torture. Snell's arrest was a crucial step in Operation Escalade, marking the beginning of the downfall of Scotland's most sophisticated crime gang. Following the raids and new revelations, OCCU had a detailed understanding of the gang's operations and their complex methods of concealment. The gang was one of the most advanced criminal organizations in Scotland, with connections across the UK, Spain, Portugal, Belgium, and Holland. Their cocaine operation was massive, generating over £2 million a week and £100 million annually. They had access to a large arsenal of weapons, vast amounts of drugs, and dirty money. Their sophistication allowed them to hide these activities from the authorities effectively. The gang rented warehouses using fake identities in remote areas to transport and store their weapons. They built hidden compartments in their vehicles and kept their arms in heavily fortified storage units. One of the most surprising discoveries was their use of advanced counter-surveillance technology. They invested in high-tech U.S. equipment that allowed them to sweep their cars and homes for bugs, a tool usually available only to elite Scottish law enforcement and military. This sophistication even led detectives to worry that their methods might be discovered by the gang. In one notable case, an officer suspected the gang could jam radio signals, as their vehicles sometimes showed no signals even though the members used their phones and other digital devices. This realization prompted Detective Chief Superintendent McLean to emphasize the need for law enforcement to improve their digital capabilities. The investigation also revealed that while the gang's leaders operated in the UK, Spain, and Portugal, their main success came from sourcing cocaine directly from cartels in Colombia and Brazil. This global reach led to international cooperation with the DEA, UK National Crime Agency, Europol, and Interpol to extend surveillance. By the end of 2017, Operation Escalade had led to the arrest and conviction of 9 high-level gang members, including David Sell and Mark Richardson, for various crimes. They were sentenced to a combined 87 years in prison. The trial revealed shocking details of torture and illegal activities. The gang's operations included a vast arsenal of weapons, with high-profile cases involving deadly firearms and hidden compartments. Among those sentenced were Stephen McCardle, Mark Richardson, and Martin Fitzsimmons, all involved in serious crimes. With local members imprisoned, the next phase of Operation Escalade targeted the top figures in the gang. The investigation led to the Gillespie brothers, James and Barry, whose names first surfaced in a 2015 murder trial. Their alleged involvement in the death of Martin Toner was discussed, but no concrete evidence was presented at the time. Michelle Toner testified that in May 2002, James Gillespie tried to shoot Martin Toner at point-blank range, but his gun jammed. Following this incident, she and Toner moved out of Glasgow for safety. These details came up in the 2015 trial for Martin Toner's murder, which occurred nearly 11 years after he disappeared. This was also the last time the Gillespie brothers were heard from. Originally from Rutherglen, near Glasgow, the Gillespies claimed to be property developers, but were actually involved in criminal activities. They started as street dealers, then formed their own gang, importing guns and laundering money for the Scottish mob. By March 2015, facing increasing pressure, they fled to Portugal and later Brazil, seeking protection. By late 2017, the Gillespie brothers, known for flooding Scotland with drugs and guns, were among the most wanted fugitives in Scotland. Their international criminal network was being dismantled. In January 2018, after convicting 9 top mobsters and forming global partnerships with agencies like the DEA, Europol, and Interpol, Operation Escalade was geared up to target the Gillespies. In 2019, a large team of over 200 officers, including Colombian detectives and DEA agents, was assembled to find James and Barry Gillespie, nicknamed the Escobar Brothers. As international pressure mounted, one of their high-level lieutenants, James White, was arrested in Brazil, but the Gillespie brothers remained elusive. In January 2020, another associate, Christopher Hughes, was arrested in Italy for his role in the execution of a crime blogger. Despite this, the Gillespies continued to evade capture, leading to speculation about their fate. Reports suggested they might have been kidnapped, executed, or otherwise come to harm in Brazil. On January 3, 2022, the UK National Crime Agency removed the Gillespies from their most wanted list, suggesting they may have died in Brazil. South American police believed the brothers were betrayed by their protectors after refusing to meet increasing demands. Operation Escalade is ongoing, targeting dangerous organized crime groups worldwide. Since its launch in 2014, it has led to the conviction of 42 criminals and the arrest of 8 fugitives on international warrants. James and Barry Gillespie are still officially wanted by Police Scotland, although their current status remains uncertain. Thank you for watching our in-depth look into Operation Escalade and Scotland's most sophisticated crime gang. If you found this video engaging, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Stay tuned for our next investigation. See you soon.